Hey everyone, and thank you once again for joining us here in our hive and for being part of the swarm. Today, September 26, we're acknowledging World Environmental Health Day. This was declared in 2011 by the International Federation of Environmental Health. It's a day dedicated to thinking about and working on all things which impact the health of our global population, but from the perspective of relating to the environment. In other words, the assessment and control of environmental factors which can potentially affect human health. Each year, the IFEH places a different theme on World Environmental Health Day. And this year, that theme is oh so topical: climate change challenges. Time for global environmental health to act in unison. We all know what climate change is doing to the world around us. Melting ice caps, rising sea levels, severe and frequent storms, droughts, uncharacteristic rain or snow, and of course that rising mercury of the planet's thermometer. So what this World Environmental Health Day is holding a spotlight on is the way those things affect human health. Direct health impacts come from rising temperatures, changes in precipitation, either much less or much more than normal, bushfires, and storms, which we know are becoming both more severe and more frequent. And those risks and consequences are pretty obvious. But let me extrapolate. The rising heat will make outdoor work more uncomfortable and potentially unsafe. Construction workers, for example, may well be inclined to work at dawn and dusk, but these are the times when disease-carrying insects are more active. So the choice may be between heat stroke or a heart attack, or malaria. Then there's the water. Low-lying areas will clearly be affected by both increased precipitation and rising sea levels, but they won't just have more water to deal with. It will be dirty water, and in fact, probably sewage in low socioeconomic areas, bringing with it a tide of diseases. If we look at climatic-led disasters like bushfires, there's going to be increased long-term respiratory issues from smoke inhalation. Respiratory illnesses will also increase thanks to the higher levels of allergens and pollutants in the air. Severe storms like cyclones and tornadoes hold pretty obvious dangers to human health. Indirect health impacts come from exposure to disease vectors like ticks or mosquitoes, as I mentioned a moment ago. But even more worrying is an increase in carbon dioxide in the air, leading to reduction in nutrients in lots of our staple food crops, and air and water pollution. These issues can then lead to food insecurity, especially in vulnerable populations within developing countries. We're not just talking worldwide hunger. The other thing lack of resources leads to is war. It goes without saying that climate change is a huge risk for the health of the planet, but also for the health of each individual living here. However, all is not doom and gloom according to the IFEH. They see possibility here. By developing and deploying well-designed adaptation measures, we can limit the negative or harmful impact climate change will have on human health. So they are calling on environmental health practitioners the world over to help come up with these adaptive solutions. Environmental health practitioners are a bunch of learned individuals who use their superpowers in science and technology to ensure the world's people can live, work, and play in a safe and healthy environment. They work closely with governments and NGOs and are doing their best to safeguard the health of the world's people by implementing policies and procedures which relate directly to the current environmental crisis. Climate change really does or will touch everyone's life, if not immediately, certainly in the near future. On September 26, let's take extra notice of the fragile planet we are lucky enough to currently inhabit, and give thanks for every day that your health has been unaffected by the health of the environment. We at Swarm hope that your journey of education and awareness is motivating you to make changes. They needn't be absolutely huge changes all at once, but small and consistent. We would love to hear from you in the comments. Maybe you've got an idea for a video or questions for us to answer on sustainability, the carbon footprint, or environmental health. As part of the swarm of people striving for a more sustainable lifestyle and helping move the needle on global sustainability, you are extremely important. We hear you, and we thank you. And so does planet Earth. Thank you for joining us again, Swarmers. See you next time.